I got it. 48 seconds now. With me, I'm already entering this trade, guys. Look how gold is just plumbing, bro. We're floating a K now, bro. Look at this. This is crazy, bruh. Boom, we closed, guys. 4,000, guys. Let me just screenshot this. As y'all can see on the screen, we did close 4,000. So guys, basically now we are gonna be checking gold first, right? I know, guys, in my names it's always Nasdaq, what, but nowadays I don't know, guys. Like, I've grown so much attachment with gold, and I've built this. I don't know, man. This, amen. I can't explain the way I feel about gold, right? But then let's get into gold. So y'all know, right? So this is the 4-hour time frame. I'm just gonna mark out some points whereby I can see that the market really had sensitivity around those areas, right? And then after I now mark up those areas, I just forgot this one. Let's mark up this one. I'm gonna now push to my 1-hour time frame, right? So as we're pushing to the 1-hour time frame, I can see that this market has broken this low right over here, right? Which indicates to us that the market has broken the bullish structure, right? Although we really want gold to fly, right? We really want to see gold buy from this area right over here, right? But if the market is now breaking structures like this, obviously now we are going to be looking for selling opportunities. Why? Because the market has broken a structural low, right? This is a swing low that the market has broken, because from this area to this area it's a swing to swing, right? So the market broke there. We have to now start looking for selling opportunities. How do we go about looking for sales? That's when we will now push to the 30-minute time frame, right, to see more perspective. As y'all can see, gold just shot all the way down, guys. I just shot all the way down. We do have this zone right over here now. So as we have that zone right over there, we are going to be looking for gold to either now retrace back into that zone and give us selling opportunities, or for gold to now break that zone, retest, and give us buys, right? But as for me now, currently, if we have to be trading from this area, right, I am going to be looking for gold maybe to reject this area right over here, which is now the support, right? Remember, we did have this sensitive area right over there. So if gold can reject this area and close on top, I am going to be looking for buys, right? And then if gold can break below this area, I am going to be looking for sales, right? But I am going to be looking for a proper entry. I'm not just going to enter. I'm just giving y'all some perspective of where I'm going to trade this thing, right? So let's go to Nasdaq and see um what's happening. This is Nasdaq, guys. Just push to the 4-hour time frame. um let's remove all the drawings, and then let's see what we can see on Nasdaq. Let's see. So on Nasdaq, what we can see is that the market did create this swing high right over here, right? The reason I don't include the wicks, guys, is because remember, where a candlestick closes, right, is the same as you are having a resistance, right? The market fakes out, comes back in, closes inside. Are you now gonna point the fake out as the zone, or are you gonna point the candle close as the zone, right? Because now, if the market didn't close there, why are you making it a sensitive area, right? I understand, good, see, the market is rejecting there, but it doesn't make sense for me. And it works out most of the time for me when I take my entries, and when I want to catch reversals on these areas, like the market really reverses there. And also, if you're trading on a broker that you know is very volatile, you can't slip up with these zones, right? To say, good, see, you're gonna enter here, and then now the market is gonna go into drawdown and kick you out, and then come back into your entry, right? And now you're already out. So you need to catch, or rather place zones where you know that this thing is gonna turn here, or if this thing rejects here, I'm gonna go in. It's not, this thing is not gonna go back to that zone, because if it goes back to that zone, you blow, right? Sharp, guys. Let's get back into Nasdaq. That was just a young motivational something yana there. So this is now the resistance on this thing, right? This is the resistance on Nasdaq. So we've got the resistance on Nasdaq. We need to find our floor now. We got our roof. We need to find our floor. So this is gonna be our support right over here, right? And as you can see, the market is rejecting that support, right? It's rejecting the support. It's within this area now. This is now your playground. This is where you play. From buy to sell, from sell to buy. That's where you play. This is 15 minutes. I just want to see what's happening. You look at that candlestick, guys. Look at that candlestick. It wants to give us a hammer from that support, right, for it to go back to the resistance, right. But as for me, I might send out the signal on NAS, but I don't trade NAS that much. But I will maybe trade it on my Profam account, right. So I am funded with Code Funded, guys. If you're looking for the link of Code Funded, make sure you text me on Telegram. Yeah, make sure you hit me up on Telegram. So from this point to this point, we might be experiencing something like a, y'all know that let me explain to you guys. Let me go here. So y'all know, if the market does this, right, if the market does this, it's giving us a series of swing highs and swing lows, right. If the market is doing this, giving us a series of swing highs and swing lows. Hey, these guys of Telegram also now. So this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a swing high, swing low, swing high, right. But now if the market is doing this, right, if let's say the market went up, shot down again, and then now it's going up with that same momentum like this. Nah, that's not now where we call it. It's a swing high and a swing low. This is not a swing high. This is not a swing low. Let me show you what's a swing high and a swing low, right? For instance, this now. Can you see something like this, right? Something like this. That's a series of swing highs and swing lows, right? So for that one, that's why I don't see the market continuing all the way to the downside. I don't know if I'm making sense here, guys, but it's just, if you've been trading long, right, if you have experience, you can see things that could say this thing moved with volatility. It didn't move to say, could say the market wants to go down. Obviously, yes, the market went down, but this was a volatility move. It moved with so much volatility, and if you can check the time, this was 11:45. It should have been fundamentals, right. But if we have to follow structure, we did break a low here, right. We did break a low, so we're looking for price to come back into that low and give us sales. But as you can see, price is pushing up pretty nicely, guys. I believe on the 5 minute we did get a nice bullish close, so price could push all the way to the top side, guys. I might send out this signal right here right now, guys. I might send out the signal right here right now. Let me just take my phone. The market is moving up nicely, guys. I just saw something on gold now as well, but let me send out Nasdaq first, right. Let me send out Nasdaq first. Oh, this candle is closing in 2 minutes. Okay, let me see what gold is doing first before I send out the signal. That's Wangtuara now with gold. Gold gave us, okay, it's fine then. Gold has a support here. We're gonna wait for gold to close then, because with Nasdaq, I don't wanna sound sketchy, guys, but you can see that this market already created the whole move. Like here, we would have already been locked up, right, and then we buy. But then I was supposed to send out the signal when this thing gave us this bullish hammer candlestick. It's fine, guys. We'll go with gold, right. We'll go with gold. There's 2 minutes left, so let me just plug this thing. If now it has to close like this, we are going to be trading, taking buys to this area, and then have a young stop loss. It's a young 1:1 trade, guys. It's not something big, right. And then we are maybe gonna have our first TP on that candlestick, and then, well, let's make it here then. For those ones who are entering full margin, that's where you're gonna exit, because if you enter full margin, the market doesn't have to go far, poison. The market doesn't have to go far. It will find you there. If you enter full margin here and the market just gets to this point, you tripled your account. You gone, bruh. You gone. I understand. So it doesn't wanna close nice, this thing now. If it doesn't close nice, guys, I'll catch you guys. I'll just be screen recording in. Yeah, because I have some things to do also now. Why is my thing not showing the template? I was wondering now, what's happening? TP2, TP3 is supposed to be here, but I don't know. It's not showing. TP3. Always. I got it. 48 seconds now. With me, I'm already entering this trade, guys. Because on the 1 minute, we've got a nice rejection. Let me just screen record and show you guys how I'm entering this trade. Let me just enter the trade. Let's go in with buying opportunities. As y'all can see, I've entered the trade. Let me just send out the signal on the group, right. As you can see, I did enter the trade. Add some more position. I am screen recording, by the way. It will pop up. We are in a profit of 50 rand. Let me send out the signal on the Telegram group. Telegram. this thing is gonna close nice because I see crazy buys on this thing. Person, if now we have to take a loss here, you guys are gonna see. I'm just gonna post it as I traded gold live and this happened, guys. I'm gonna be transparent as shit, guys. I'm not here around. I'm not here to play around. So buy gold now. Hours. So this is how much we're floating, guys. We're floating in a loss of 170 to 90 rand. It's just there. 170 and just there. So TP1, just gonna send out the signal here. So guys, as you can see, we did send out the signal right here, right? And if I go to my screen record, you can see that we are floating merely 60 rand. We were in a profit of 200 rand now while I was typing out the TP and the stop loss, guys. But yeah, guys, I will update you guys. As you can see, we're floating 100 rand. Yeah, man, I will update you guys on this trade. We've got a nice rejection on the 30-minute, and on all time frames we have nice rejections. So I believe this thing will just, as y'all can see, we're floating 2 clipper again, guys. I don't know if I'll scale in with more trades. I'll decide, because now I don't want to blow before now the move happens, right? So I'll just keep y'all updated. As y'all can see, we're floating nicely there. And yeah, man, we're floating 3 clipper now, guys. We're floating 3 clipper. We are floating 3 clipper, guys. Look at how that market is just shooting to the top side, right? So I will update you guys if this trade moves and if we are locking in our trades. Look how gold is just plumbing, bro. We're floating a K now, bro. Look at this. This is crazy, bruh. This is crazy. We're doing it live, guys. We're doing it live. I'm gonna be closing some partial profits. I'm closing some partial profits. Let me just tell the group to lock in. Lock profits. Lock profit. Bro, TP1 hit on the, bro. Look at this shit, bro. This, I can't make this shit up. TP1 hit what, bro? Oh no, nah. Nah, yo. This is some crazy business, guys. This is crazy business. While I'm recording this video, we hit TP1. Now let me lock in the trades. I'm gonna leave this ones 4545. This ones I'm just gonna lock them in 4545. Yeah, this ones I'm just gonna lock them in. Yo, bro, we hit TP1 while I'm recording this shit, bruh. That's some crazy business, bruh. And y'all see this shit live, bruh. There's nothing like you editing what, bro. We hit your, the chat is here. I'm recording. Whoa. This is some crazy ass shit, bro. I can't lie, bro. And it's still pushing, guys. It's still pushing. What y'all know, man? What y'all know? TP1 hit, boys. TP1 hit. Let's do this thing. Let's do this. Look how it's pushing, guys. It's pushing crazy. We're floating a K now again. If I can get to 4K now, my account is double. I'm out. If I can get to 4K now, 4K, I'm out, guys. If I can get to 4,000, nah, I'm gone. I'm vying posy, boy. 4K. Boom, we closed, guys. 4,000, guys. Let me just screenshot this. As y'all can see on the screen, we did close 4,000 rands, guys. We're sitting on 4,000 rands. As for me, I doubled my account. I'm nice, guys. So obviously now the market is to push to TP2, TP3. But for us, y'all saw in the video live here, I killed this shit, man. Nah, I can't make this shit up. Peep Cartel VIP signal group to the motherfucking world, guys. This is what we're talking about when we say skill. Guys, let me not make a noise. Look how the market is pushing, guys. Look how the market is pushing. I said I want this thing to reject in that support. We got the candle close. I entered, we shot TP1, guys. Now we're shooting TP2, and then once it comes to the resistance, maybe I'll fund a smaller account like 500 or 1,000, and then I'll look for sales there. But as for me, I made profit. I'm nice, guys. I'm signing out, guys.